Good morning. I am April Chadwick.
Good morning. I'm Diane Gertis, and I'd like to introduce you to our newest member of our family. This is Merle. Look at him. This is him. He's a little kitten. We're not sure. We got him at the Arizona Humane Society, who, by the way, they are awesome. And I had no idea that kittens were in such great demand. It's a free for all. I felt like I was buying a house. Actually, to fill out an application, not at the Arizona Humane Society, but the other sites, you wouldn't believe everything that you had to add. I was like, I'm not going to answer this stuff. I'm not trying to buy Arizona. I just want a kitten. But we've always, as April will tell you, always had a huge menagerie of animals. And we are so lucky that so many four-legged creatures chose to live their lives with us. And
some fell out of the sky.
Yeah, they did, literally. Capone did, her cat.
Capone, the cat did.
But we're just very, very blessed. And Essie passed away in August, and that was Mike's dog. And so at first he said no more, but then he said one day, I think I want a kitten. And I just kind of let it go. And then he started looking, and he got serious about it about a month ago. So now we have Merlin.
Aw, and what his name is one more time?
Merlin.
What a beautiful name.
Yeah, and then April got her dog from a humane society in Mexico a year ago Thanksgiving, and his name is Tony.
Yes.
So anyway,
hops in once in a while. So
yeah,
congratulations. I have a brother. Woo, one that I like.
Yeah, tell that to Lucas and Ben.
I know I'm going to hear from one of them, because one of them actually watches these. The other one does not know that you exist. So
well, that's all right.
I love you, Lucas. So how has your week been besides having a new addition to the family?
It's been interesting. I was one of my clients invited us to go out to his $2.5 million home in Fountain Hills. I had closed his loan in January. And that is something I did want to talk about today, is jumbo loans, because the conforming loan limits in Arizona now is $647,000. And you think, wow, that's great. Again, conforming loan limits, that's Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, USDA, VA. These are, and VA really doesn't vary that much from it, but these are the conforming loan limits that Fannie and Freddie will lend up to. So $647,000. Loan amount over $647,000 is considered jumbo money.
In Arizona.
In Arizona, in Maricopa County, and right. Pinal County. Yep. And so just the two main counties that we work with, although we work all over Arizona. But good point. And that is for a single family residence, not a fourplex. So if you're looking to invest in a duplex, threeplex, or a fourplex, those amounts would be higher.
And it's so important because of what's happened. I mean, the appreciation that we've had the past couple of years, more and more people are wanting jumbo loans.
And that's correct. And now it is a great time, if you're considering purchasing a jumbo loan, it is a great time because there is a whole spectrum of loans now that are available. You have your agency loans, which are still, on a jumbo loan, the vanilla loans, I'm going to call them vanilla just because I'm not sure how else to do it. Jumbo, if you're self-employed, or even if you are salary, they're going to want two years worth of documentation, not just 1 year like they would require on agency loans between $647,000. If you're self-employed on a jumbo loan, and these are the jumbo loans that have the good interest rates. We're not talking, and I don't want to get into what the interest rates are. They've gone up. But if you're looking for, a competitive interest rate, then these are the these are the guidelines that you have to follow. If you're self-employed, they're going to require a two-year tax returns, full tax returns, not partial tax returns, both personal and business. Go ahead, April. And
filed? Correct?
And filed, yes. Filed. Thank you very much. File tax return. Oh, that's another good point. I'm going to segue. My apologies. So bring me back if I get into another.
I will.
But the IRS is delayed, and I mean seriously delayed on validating tax returns. So please, in other words, if you are self-employed, we are required by, and we're using income off the tax returns. If we're using income off the tax returns and you're self-employed and you file them, not only do you have to file them, but has a lender, and this is all lenders, have to validate them through the IRS. In other words, they have to say, yes, we received it, and what the tax return that you gave the lender matches what's at the IRS. Therefore, just keep in mind that is another process. Now, I'm not saying there may be some workarounds on that, but typically not. Do not count on it. So just make sure you're planning in advance if you're considering buying a home. First and foremost is to make sure if you're going to be using income, and this is being filmed in 2022, if you're using income from 2021, make sure that your tax returns are not only at, telling me they're at the CPA. No. They have to be filed. I'm sure your CPA is very nice. My CPA is wonderful.
I love your CPA.
I know,
But
but they have to be filed. I mean, have to, and validated. That being said, on an agency jumbo loan, they're going to require 2 years of tax returns. And let's say 2020 was an awful year. A lot of people had an awful year in 2020. Middle of the pandemic, it was terrible. The 2021, great year. They're still going to make you average it out over the 2 years. So unless, I'm not saying there may be some exceptions out there, but I'm giving you typical advice so that you can know how to plan.
perfect.
So, and also be aware that you've got to be able to, if you close a loan after, say in April of this year, you're self-employed, they're also going to want a 2022 profit and loss in year to date.
I think that is just a great disclaimer right now for anyone self-employed. If you are self-employed and you are looking to buy this year, whether any kind of investment, anything, be on top of your taxes.
That's correct. That is right. Now, let's say that you already know you can't, you make tons of money.
Tons.
Just, you can't even keep it all straight. But you've got a really good CPA, like that CPA I told you about in Vegas. Wow.
Mhm.
But that, therefore you could, but you can't qualify. You can't qualify because you don't show the income. You write everything off.
Write everything off.
Yeah, you don't have the money to go out and buy a $2 million home or whatever $1 million home you're looking to purchase. But you've got money. You've got the 20% down. Some will even do some, and we're going to talk about non-QM, non-agency.
Last
They'll
week.
even go up to 90%. You can do it at 10% down.
10% jumbo?
Yeah,
Mhm.
with bank statement programs. Or maybe you can do a year-to-date P&L and have the bank statements to prove it. There are all different types of programs out there that are now available for jumbo buyers. I'm putting a big asterisk. My hand is an asterisk. The interest rate is going to be much higher. So the lower your credit score, the lower the down payment, the higher the interest rate.
You can't have it all.
You just have to prepare for that. And you may have great credit, but you can't show any money, and you're upset. But I make good money. Well, the IRS, if you make good money, this is just a rule of thumb, and it's a big thumb. Well, I don't have big thumbs, but if I did, it's a big thumb. Rule of thumb. The IRS wants a piece of that. And if you're not willing to give them a piece of your income, then you're not going to be able to get it through agency. For instance, the one that we just closed in Fountain Hills, it was a $1.5 million loan, cash out refi. They had purchased the home a year ago on a lease with a purchase option. And I see so few of those, so I don't even
Yeah.
go into that, but that's how they bought it. They did a cash out refi because the house had appreciated uh, exponentially out. And but they had 1 year tax returns. Now they had been in business 5 years, which is but they were able to file when they filed their 2020 tax returns, they had made sufficient income in order to qualify. And again, when I talk about non-QM loans, please be aware that just because they're non-QM and we have the bank statement program, we have the 1 year tax return, we have a year-to-date P&L. These are all great options for a jumbo loan. But just because they're non-QM does not say it's going to be easy. The documentation is considerable, and also they are going to make it quite difficult. Not difficult. It's going to be most of the individuals that I have worked with that have done the non-QM loans, the bank statement program, they are under they don't want to provide anything. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
So they have to provide validity of the company, which means you have to show where it's registered, usually a comfort letter from the CPA to make the lender feel comfortable in giving you this loan with no income validation. So there are and the reserves. You're going to have reserves left over as well. So these are all things that you need to think about. When you do an agency jumbo with the better interest rates, they are going to be very strict on the ratios, debt to income ratio. In other words, what you make and what that new house payment and your consumer debt, what that ratio together is going to look like. Whereas on the non-QM bank statement programs and such, they can be a little bit loosey-goosey sometimes if they can see if your credit score is strong enough, and they can maybe add some more income coming into it. Oh, one more thing about the bank statement program. They are going to validate those deposits. Don't think you can just take here. I told you I was making 100,000 a month. Yeah, but this says it's coming from your Venmo account. What is this? Where is it coming from? All the deposit, and if the deposit's being transferred from another bank, probably not going to use that either. But if you've got deposits, just I've got a $36,000 deposit in my account. Here's my invoice. This is the person it came from. Going to be fine. But that's the kind of document. That's what I'm talking about with the bank statement program. Whereas if you go an agency loan, they're going to look at your tax returns. They're going to all right, here's your tax returns. You still will have to verify that you have a corporation. So all of you guys that are sole proprietors, I strongly recommend that you register yourself somewhere. Whether it costs, I don't want to exaggerate, $50 with the state of Arizona to register your company. And although you can show and you got a letter from the CPA that you've been in business for 5 years, great. But sometimes just for comfort, they want to see that you also are registered with the state in which you are operating.
That's good advice.
Just to let you know.
So all sorts of nuggets today.
Yeah. Well,
it's got really, really dark where I am. I mean,
it's
really dark.
Oh,
it's crazy for all of you. I mean, we don't know when we're filming. It's 10:15 in the morning, and that's why I'm like, crazy.
Well, there's a big storm coming in, from what I understand.
Perfect. So a big storm of jumbo loans.
But jumbo loans, just as long as you're willing to provide the documentation on any loan, we can get it worked out. And it's best to always get pre-qualified before you even start looking for a home, no matter what the sales price is.
Absolutely. I was just talking with an agent this morning about she is at a new brokerage. And this new brokerage, for some reason, seems to be okay with agents taking clients in the car without being pre-qualified. And in this market, it's just a waste of time. I mean, to even go look at a house, it's going to go off the market. So yes, please call a lender, see what you qualify for, see if there's anything you need to do. those kind of things. Your face.
Are you kidding me? Has anybody watched Tinder Swindler or any of that?
Ah, you watched that?
I mean, it's just, it's just, no. You don't let
Even
anybody-
though we're in lending, we're in the business of giving money. One rule: if anyone asks you for tens of thousands of dollars, no.
Yeah.
But
If someone wants me to give them tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, yeah, someone wants to do that. All right, let me see. I get your social security number. I get your address. I verify where you live. I verify your income. I
you
verify
can fill out a loan application.
where you were born. Send me a copy of your driver's license, and I need 5 references.
The real driver's license, not the fake one.
Oh yeah, just like I need your real tax returns, not your fake ones.
Right. Or your real social security number.
My real social security. Oh, you want my real social security number, not my. Let me give you my other one. I may have already gone over that. I had that happen a long time ago. So
But to go back, let me ask you this, because I've always felt, and I get me myself, even being in the business, but even asked, I think like a lot of times people hear the word jumbo, just the word itself. But let me ask you, I mean, as you just said, cash out refi. So are all pretty much the loan programs, like, can you do second home, investments, cash out refi? Would you say with jumbos?
sure.
All of those are available.
Yeah. Just
Perfect.
keep in mind second homes, especially on agency right now, second homes and investment interest rates are virtually the same. I think we went over that once before.
Right. Well, why don't you go ahead and explain that again? Like, what she's saying right now is that second home, if you're buying a second home and investment, the interest rates are somewhat similar. Investments have a higher interest rate. And my assumption is the reason why they're pretty similar is because of the VRBO.
Right. There's a couple of different reasons for it, but I'll give you the easiest one to understand. I know you'll be shocked to find that people, oh yeah, it's gonna be my second home. I'm gonna live there. And then find out that, within a month or so, there's another address that you have to send for the insurance. And people find out, and the lenders are finding out that a lot of these loans are being used for investment.
A lot of them are looking it up too.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult. I mean, it's honestly super easy to look up if a home is listed as an investment or a VRBO.
And we know things change, just like but that is one of the reasons why they changed it. Now, I do want to go back to investment properties on jumbos.
Perfect.
Most of the agency jumbos, I'm going to use agency, typical, will not do investment properties on jumbo loans. So if you're looking to buy a jumbo property, there are lenders out there that will do it, but you're not going to be able to find them through your usual channels.
Okay.
So just be aware of that they're not going to, then the interest rate's going to be higher, and you're going to be paying more points or both. So just for jumbo loans, I had a client that was looking for a fourplex. Again, that was 2.5 million as well. Putting 30% down, there is a place to do it, but the interest rate was very high. So just keep in mind, to shop. These are all, those types of loans are ones that you shop around to see who will do it and what rate. But agency, if you're going to go to your local bank, or the agency typically do not like doing investment loans.
I think that's
a lot of them have followed suit with the 647 and below on second homes. Those they've just switched that over, but not all. So just again, shop.
Perfect. I've been asked so much on jumbo, and like we said, with the sales prices going up and everything, I think this is a perfect thing to go over. Do you have anything else that you wanted to add?
Yeah, just don't overlook the arms. There are a lot of adjustable.
Oh, that's my fault. I was going to bring that up.
Adjustable rate mortgages are coming back out. They've been hidden in the closet for a while, and now they're making their debut.
What were they going to be at 0.25? Like,
but now
that's wonderful.
And there's still there's some 10-year adjustable rates. They have 5-year, 7-year. Way back in the day, I had some borrowers who never ever did a 30-year fixed. They all went on adjustable rates.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, a lot of countries throughout the world don't do 30-year fixed. They all do adjustable rates.
Oh, that's
Not,
interesting.
I'm not pushing either. I'm just whatever my clients want, just letting you know, these are also other options for purchasing or for refinancing or for cash out.
Absolutely perfect. And like I always say, nothing stays forever. And it is kind of not neat, I'm not going to use that word, but these are programs that were out before and that are back again.
Yeah, we had to dust them off and bring them here.
Or we
So,
all have to do that.
yeah.
I think that was great. Is there anything else you want to add? Does Merlin have anything to say?
Oh, storage is, yeah. No, I have one of those fuzzy, really fuzzy dog beds that we got for Essie, and
Yeah.
she never wanted it. So a couple of years ago, well, it was right about March of 2020. So I thought, well, this is when I started working at the home office. So I put it underneath my desk, and it is so comfortable for my feet. I love it. It just cradles my little toes in this fur. Well, Merlin loves it.
Oh, no.
He's like, I was like, I'm so afraid. I didn't want him in my office. So I said, no, he cannot come in my office. First off, it's a mess. I've got stuff everywhere from my office and the office in Tempe, and I've got this and I've got that, and then my writing. And then he snuck in and he's like, oh, this is a mess. I'm just going to stay here under the desk. So anyway, he's been great.
Oh, I'm so happy for you and Dad. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, what a wonderful thing on jumbos. I love it. It's becoming, it's pretty much, once again, think of how many homes you can find for under $640,000 here.
I know.
So awesome.
Loan amount, loan amounts.
Loan amount, correct. Loan amount. That's absolutely correct. My bad. But thank you for everything. That info was great. And I'm glad everyone got to meet Merlin. So if you guys ever need anything from me, I do coaching, lending, marketing, everything. My name is April Chadwick and my phone number is 602-740-5319. Feel free to reach out and I'll help out any way I can.
And I'm Diane Gertis. You can reach me at 480-235-5667. I'm here to help, even if you just are wanting to bounce ideas off, or if you have a client who went to another lender and you're just trying to get it kind of making sure you understand. If you're an agent, call me. I have no ego when it comes to that. I really want to help everyone that I can to get into a home, especially during this difficult time, or do a refi, cash out refi, because great time to do that too. So.
And please utilize, this is an amazing resource. Diane's an amazing resource. As her child, I can tell you, she answers her phone all the time. So I hope you guys have a great week and bye.
Bye.